Hello and welcome back to God Lives Within, Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. Oh, the days are flying by. The end of the year is fastly approaching. Expect some fireworks to come before the end of this year. And I'm not talking about the election. I'm talking about the spiritual war that has been going on for centuries and is coming to an end finally. It feels like it's taken forever when you're in the middle of it, but soon it will be no longer hidden. Let's just put it that way. All will be revealed in the time of Revelations. No man will know the hour when God returns to this earth. This time, to show the Canaanites once again that they are not God and that God is God. So I'm sitting by the lake, extremely exhausted. All I can think about these days are mainly the one war going on in the Middle East, but all I can think about is the two wars that are sitting on the table and currently ongoing. All I keep thinking about are the innocent people that are being murdered so that a certain group, let's just call it for what it is, of Zionists are trying to take over not only what they were granted by the Balfour Agreement, but also now they're extending that out. They're actively listing properties for sale in southern Lebanon on the other side of their border. Places that they are taking over. A land that they have no business in. These beings are not even the true Israelites. They are the made-up fictional characters, God's chosen people from the Bible, which God's chosen people don't murder people. Newsflash, you're not God's chosen people. God is unconditional love. You think God values you murdering his sons and daughters? Her sons and daughters? Huh? So what we're dealing with is just a different form of the British occupation of the world. This time through subversion, through the Israelites. They issue a press release stating that they don't condone what Israel is doing, but under the table they do. They support the U.S. military complex. In fact, that's where their power lies. And so, in a PR statement, they say they are against it. But in real life, in reality, it's exactly what the Balfour Declaration was all about, was stealing this land, the Holy Land. So, Just came on for a quick word, a quick meditation by the lake. Because I just can't meditate on anything else other than this genocide that is currently ongoing. I'm trying to watch my words to keep these videos from getting removed or from getting a strike from Big Brother, from Mommy, Daddy, YouTube, Alphabet and company. We know all your dirt, all your dark secrets. And they will all be exposed, Alphabet. Trust and believe that. Hold on just a second, I got people walking by. So, I came on to clear my conscience of sorts, to get out of my left brain, to get this war out of my mind, which seems impossible. But we see Iran striking, we see Hezbollah striking. You see all kinds of leaders, Turkey's Erdogan and others condemning Israel. And we see one group of supposed holy people bombing everything around them with the U.S. military complex missiles. During the time of Revelations. I was riding in a car yesterday after playing around the golf, listening to someone, Sean Hannity, who I used to listen to, support the bombing that's going on in Israel. And so for all you conservative Republicans, whatever you want to call yourself, I issue a dire word of caution to turn off Sean Hannity at this point. You're in a very sticky situation if this is where you stand. And I'm talking about with God, not with man. God's not going to put up with this crap anymore. It's the entire reason I came on to do this message, to give a warning and to clear my head. So Republican conservatives, and this goes for you too, Democrats. I only say Republicans because of Sean Hannity, but the Democrats are the ones doing it. They're the ones aligned with the cabal, with the deep state, with the shadow government, whatever you want to call it. They're the ones taking orders. They're the ones under control. They're the ones that have been bribed and extorted through numerous avenues. Epstein Island, Diddy, and on it goes. The Mossad, CIA, they're all working against you. Trying to destroy you, trying to separate you from God, trying to entice you into war, to murder, to genocide. We see our nightly news broadcasting these two conflicts every single day, showing the atrocities, just putting it on air like children need to be watching this. This is the CIA brainwashing program, mind control program, monarch programming that is going on. They're conditioning you into war, into accepting, into supporting, into sending money all over the place for more war. You are paying for the destruction of lives, of homes, of society, of civilizations by supporting this government, by giving your attention and intention. You send energy to the being that is controlling these warmongering, soulless beings. So it's time to start thinking about this. You're living in Revelations. All will be revealed in the very few days. And so how are you going to feel when God comes down and you've been supporting genocide, murder, overthrowing of governments, drug running, RICO organizations like the CIA, extortion, and fraud organizations such as the IRS and Federal Reserve. You've been supporting your own slavery. You supported the medical tyranny that just went on when you co-signed on that, when you put your attention behind that agenda. Now a lot of us didn't, and that's fine. But if you did, it's time to wake up to what's going on. This isn't judgment. This is a time for correction, for repenting to God and finding that relationship with the one above it all before it is too late. And of course, God is the most patient being, most unconditional loving being in any universe. But at the same time, enough is enough. What has been done to his children, to her children, has gone on for far too long. But it was all for a divine purpose, to bring you back home. So as we approach the end of this movie, this saga, what do they call them? A novel, but it's something else. But anyway, this millenniums of history, as we come to the conclusion, the end, things are about to be flipped upside down. Things are about to be completely different on the planet. A lot of beings have no idea this is even going on. A lot of beings are not prepared. A lot of beings have been neglecting God or separated from God without knowledge of this. You're separated because of distractions in the world, the wars, the economy, the politicians, the TV, the tell-lie vision, tell a lie through your vision, nightly news, the doctors' advice and expert panels on Communist News Network that are only broadcasting propaganda. It was legalized in 2014 by yours truly, Barack Obama, Barry Soetoro, married to the Baphomet. See, the gloves are off now. They've been off for a while for me, but they're coming off for everybody. And we're gonna let loose on you elites. We're gonna eat you for breakfast like you ate the children. And I don't mean literally. I mean spiritually. If you don't understand what I mean, then so be it. Your days are up. Your little movie that you've been playing is over. All your little tricks have been exposed. It's time to pull the rest of your strings, elites, cabal, shadow government, deep state, and bring down your own system, just as you designed it to come down. And so you want us to react in fear and terror and fight one another and kill one another in order to eat. And this is why you serve Satan and we serve God. So when shit hits the fan, God's people come together in love and unity. We turn away from wickedness, from Satan, from hate, from division. And we unite with the Son of God in the sky. We unite with Mother Gaia on the ground. And we bring in God into our soul. This is what we're gonna do. Not quite how you evil ones planned it, is it? You see, us poor people, we don't need a whole lot. I'm proof of that sitting right here in front of you, as I've been homeless for most of the last year and a half. Yet I have everything I've ever wanted and needed. Out of the void of no thing, when you have nothing, comes all things. Comes God into your being to direct you on your path, on your spiritual journey, to lead you right back home where you belong. You think God won't take care of you through this coming storm? You think God won't send manna from heaven for you? Or are you going to believe the controllers of the mind, the fake Israelites, the unchosen people, the true Gentiles of this earth? For they are not of this earth. We will get into that more later. For it's a deep subject, and this video is not going to run too long. But I got news for you elites and for you fraudsters who are masquerading as God's chosen people. The thing you didn't account for and plan for that there is a true God. And to think you're more powerful, more creative, more loving, smarter than this God that created you. Is nonsense, is no sense. And so while God led you down this road of destruction, this wide path, fake Israelites, it was all for a purpose, all for an experiment, for God's people to make their journey through the wilderness and back home. See, the Bible is being played out right in front of your eyes. The symbolism is everywhere, and soon we'll all realize what the symbolism was pointing us towards, what our intuition was leading us toward, and what our awakening has in store for us. The coming Jubilee, the coming destruction of the Cabal's Babylon, the United States military complex, DARPA, CIA, all you controlled politicians, government bureaucrats, unelected, just handed free money, jobs and wealth on the backs of poor Americans. See, you failed at your job of taking care of the people and the land that you were responsible for. The oath that you took to enter office has been broken. This oath was with God, not mankind. And so God will remove you from your positions, all of you. There will be nowhere to hide when the earth starts shaking. There will be no bunker, safe. There will be no holy land to protect you. You stepped on God's people until they were almost dead in every sense of the word, mind, body, and spirit. But you couldn't stamp out God from their soul. And so this is the problem that you're currently facing, and the bigger problem you're going to be facing here shortly. You can censor us, you can throw us in prison, you can put us into poverty through inflation, you can murder and genocide entire groups of beings. But God always sends more. And God's army is way bigger than your army. And God's abilities are coming online for God's people that have done the work. Guess what? Fake Israelites, you haven't done the work. Now the Judeans who have done the work, you know God loves you. I don't have to tell you. If you're out there loving everyone around you, it's obvious God is living inside of you, because God is love. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Unconditional. If you take all the love out of every human being and add it all up, you still wouldn't equal God's love. That's how powerful it is. And so rest easy, all those who have love inside of your heart. For those of you who don't, that's you or who this message is for. If you're supporting war, you're in for a bumpy ride. God's going to let you have it so that you understand it's not acceptable. For the leaders who have been executing genocide for generations now, you're about to get what you dished out. There will be no I'm sorry. There will be no repenting for you. For I'm sending that prayer up right now to God. We've watched you long enough murder people. You don't deserve another chance here. Netanyahu, Trudeau, Biden, Harris, Schiff, Graham, McConnell, Johnson, and on it goes. General Milley, what's that stupid general's name? General Mattis. Anyway, the one that goes to the Bilderberg group. There's a few of them. You're worthless. You're not coming back here. In fact, you're gonna spend a good little while in timeout, we'll say. You signed up for it. You had plenty of chance to help God's people. But what did you do? You bombed them. You made money off bombing them. You aligned with Satan and Satan's generals. You carried out orders for Satan's generals. And you say, well, it was owned by a certain family. We had to do it. What? It was a private corporation. Yeah, you murdered for money. We know. You made that decision. You made a career off of it, off of genocide. You made a career off lying. Think God's happy with you? That's what you did with your time here on earth. Murdered innocent women and children. Stole their land and property. Sold them drugs, crack cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, crystal meth. Arrested them if they chose to sell the drugs. Threw them in prison for 10, 20 years, whatever, however long. Taxed them after you arrested them for the drugs they had. Imprisoned them, taxed them, took the drugs and resold them. This is what your law enforcement has been up to. The dirty ones. Just like Training Day showed you. Anyhow, I really don't have any more to say. I'm glad I came on to clear my mind. It's like I can't even watch a video anymore. I can't meditate, because everywhere I turn is all about these fake Jews and these fake Israelites, these Zionists. Killing, bombing, shooting somebody new every single day. Sending cell phone bombs. I mean, what else you gonna do, God's chosen people? And they'll take down this video for what I've said and say it was violent. That's what they did with the last one I did on these beings. And all I did is list statistics and ask them why they were killing people. But Sean Hannity, you know better. You know about the Balfour Agreement. Are you that dumb? Or are you controlled opposition? You don't seem that dumb, but maybe you are that dumb. Maybe you just talk way too much and don't think quite enough. You need to think about who you're influencing and what you're saying. Influencing people to be supporting war is against God. Something you say you stand for. Something you say your party stands for. I say bullcrap. It doesn't matter what party you stand for. They both stand for war. Only independents don't, such as Ross Perot, such as Donald J. Trump. Only those men that have been shot at or killed were actually trying to help you. Yet you believe the rumor about them or spread the misinformation about them like a parrot, parakeeting the latest CIA line that they want you to say. Repeating whatever you can remember off the Mockingbird Media nightly newscast to your friend, and in order to change his mind about how he feels. Meanwhile, both parties are controlled. There is no winning inside politics. It is owned by the deep state. The system is Babylon. This is the fourth Babylon. Babylon will fall very soon. It's important for you to find your relationship with God right now. For the coming days are going to get wicked. You're not going to know which way to turn. You think it's bad now. What are you going to do when supernatural forces are around? When the earth is shaking, volcanoes are erupting, earthquakes are happening, hurricanes are happening, all at the same time. You're going to turn on your nightly news to figure out what's going on? As if they haven't been lying to you for a decade now? Are they going to tell you the truth for once? I can't answer that. I don't know what they'll do when shit hits the fan. All I know is I don't trust them. Therefore, I don't listen to them at all. I listen to God. And as such, I'm completely protected from what's coming. Because I have a bond, a relationship of daily service to mankind, God's children. So I think that's it for this video. A little download came while I was ending that video right there I'm about to do a short video exposing the lie that is not a space agency, NASA. So that video is about to be made right now. This video will come out Friday. Today is Wednesday. Got one scheduled for tomorrow night, a late night reflection. Had to cut back on making videos over the past 4 weeks, due to exhaustion. But I'm trying to get back on schedule. Maybe not one a day, one every other day or so. But with my current schedule, it's kind of difficult to even get 5 or 6 hours of sleep at night. Therefore, it's been difficult to get to my videos, to do my real work. Soon, God will change that. This will be my full-time job, leading people to God. Saving souls, bringing the ancient mystery school teachings back to the earth in real time, just pointing people to God, pointing them to the questions they need to be talking to God about. And voila, watch them work. Watch them and God develop this bond and this journey that's priceless. That you'll give up your home, your job, your life for. Just like me. Soon that'll be done for you. When Babylon falls, are you still gonna put all your faith in that system? You're still gonna want to go to work every single day to be somebody's slave? You've worked your whole life saving for retirement to be okay in the end, and now the system's gonna fall. Your money's gonna be worthless. The queen really owns all the property. There's no telling what these demons had planned for you. The first stage was going to be watching you devour each other. That was the original plan. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to say why, I'm not going to say how, what's going to happen, because it's not my place. We've all got to go through this suffering that's coming in order to find God. Truly, not some intercessor, not some hypocrite in a robe with a big wooden staff that does nothing but look nice. Some even with pedophilia symbolism on their garb. See, no longer will we get our messages from these beings. We will get them straight from God. You will have a one-on-one relationship with God. Not saying anything's wrong with the community of the church, but you are the church. And you always were. You've been separated. You've been poisoned. You've been brainwashed into believing you need this intercessor, into believing you don't have a good connection and you aren't deserving of a good connection with God, of believing that you are a sinner and you're just lucky to be alive. All of these teachings are false. They're brainwash. We're going to lead souls directly to God and get out of their way. What else would I have to do with the process? It's a relationship with you and God. It's that simple. We make it so difficult. But it's not. I've already done it. It's magical. It's joyful. And it's like a drug. It's like, let's say love was heroin, and when you shoot it up, you feel that love flowing all the way through your body. That's what it's like. For those that have done heroin, and I'm telling you not to do it, but for those of you who have done it, this is what it's like. Imagine heroin times 10 without all the negative side effects. And it's only a vibration of love of God flowing through you. This video went on for far too long. Should have been expected. I haven't been on in a while. But I'm gonna do another short video, not a space agency next, on the creators of your NASA government PSYOP program. There's so many lies. It's like ideas for content are endless. If you're making content on Babylon and the deep state, the cabal, the U.S. government, I mean, it's endless. They have so many lies. And so many PSYOPs and organizations that are there to control you and not help you. I mean, you could go on for years on this crap, but who would really want to? So I'm gonna do short videos on it until my sweet Father and Mother in heaven show theirself. And after that point, when the demons are gone, we don't have to talk about this crap anymore. We get to create a new system called the New Earth. A lot of the work has already been done. It's been ongoing. Grid work, infrastructure, systems in place. The public doesn't know about it because we had to go through a growing up process. We had to go through a spiritual awakening, a deepening of the soul, a lessening of the mind, and a tapping in to the heart. Going from left brain to right brain. In the process, activating the God that lives within all of us. See, you are not some terrible sinner. As you've been taught. Yes, you were born into sin because the Canaanites control the earth. That doesn't make you some terrible person. You're God's perfect creation that has been lied to, blackmailed, extorted, stepped on, spit on. For centuries, for millenniums. for a long time, since before the Canaanites, but we're going to say since the Canaanites. This manipulation has been ongoing. And it's at every level of your psyche, of society, of civilization. The depths of which you could never get to the bottom of. And like I said earlier, who would want to? Who wants to explore the pits of hell? Anyhow, I thank you all for listening. I'm sorry this video carried on too long, but it felt good to get it out, to open up the throat chakra, to speak God's truth, deliver the wisdom that the world needs, and ignite that spark within that this channel is talking about. What is this spark? That is inside all of us. No matter your color, no matter your religion, no matter your sex, age, whatever your pronouns, and all your endless garbage that we use to divide each other. You have God, a spark that lives within you, that the enemy can't take away. They can only dull, they can only distract, they can only isolate, they can only separate you from it. Once you find it, they no longer have control of you. God does. You work for God after that. And so that's what this channel has been illustrating to you for almost 2 years now. Through my homelessness, through my decisions multiple times to not even search for employment, I have shown you that God will always take care of you. Even out in the elements, when I had no money, I was always taken care of. And I still am to this day as I sit here homeless. I wanted a job. Therefore, a few days later, I had a job. You know, the time came where it was time to work again. Not because I want to, because I had to. This channel was to demonstrate the spiritual journey back home, back to God, back to yourself, your higher self. And it was to illustrate to you that nothing is too difficult when you tap into this source power inside of you. You're never alone because you're all one with God. Alone, all one. And that's what this channel and this journey was for. To steer you to God, to steer you to the truth. To take you back home. To Israel. And most of the world's not going to understand that. I get it. I didn't long ago, not too long ago. But just know you're on your way back home to God. That's it. That's all we need to know. All the details will fill in themselves All the contemplations and questions you have for God will be answered through your being, through your connection to God. Therefore, no man will be able to blow you to and fro like the wind, like it says in James in the Bible, because your foundation is God. So they may come try to affect your vibration, throw you off, cause you harm. But even in my case, through the rain, through being robbed, through having to walk miles and miles and miles every single day, I carried one thing with me that never left me. That's not physical, that you can't put in your wallet, that you can't buy at the supermarket, that we're all about to find, experience, know, and love unconditionally. For once, we're not going to have to question and wonder and have faith. We're going to know. Gone is the age of Pisces, I believe, and here is the age of Aquarius, I know. For you're going to have a relationship directly with God. If you're going to live on the new earth, that is how it's going to work. How long will that cycle take to be fully embodied for all of mankind? I do not know. I hope and I pray every single day that it's a speedy process. But God tells me every day to enjoy the journey, so I don't know. So I thank you all for listening on this latest lakeside meditation. Pray and repent and just start talking to God daily. It's really not hard. We're distracted at every turn. We're filled up with busyness to distract you. The pursuit of the almighty dollar or the pursuit of the Most High God. Which will you choose when the system comes down, when the money is worth nothing? Will it still be worth it to run around chasing a gold chain? I would say you will have a change of heart. I love you. God loves you more. Until next time, take care.